Hi, I'm Max Weinbach with XDATV, and today I'm going to show you Android Q's new desktop windowed mode, which is kind of like Samsung DeX or Huawei's desktop mode, but built directly into Android Q. Let's get started. So to get this working, you can see here, this is our article over on the XDA portal from Mishal Raham, and this details how to actually launch it. So you're going to I'm doing this on an Android emulator because I had some issues testing it out on my Pixel, and I found the Android emulator to be a lot better. So you're going to want to set up an Android emulator running Android Q. As you can see here, I have a Q. This does say Pixel 2 XL, but I do have the Pixel C preset, so I can get the higher display resolution in a more tablet form. So you can see here, this is my Android emulator running Android Q. So to set it up, you're going to want to go down to your developer settings. Now, this does have the freeform windows already enabled, but that's because I just was testing out ahead of time. Normally, it'll open in the big settings. But you're going to want to go and force all activities to be resizable, enable freeform windows, and force desktop mode. Once you do that, you can reboot your emulator by holding down that and hitting reboot. And then you're going to want to run this ADB command right here. So I already have my ADB shell open, so I'm just going to run it and head back to the emulator. And as you can see, I'm in the new desktop mode. So this doesn't look like much. It just has a couple apps here, which you can add some more of. And this is an app drawer, essentially. But when you open an app, like Google Chrome, it opens in the new freeform mode. And it is definitely buggy. As you can see, it just pushed everything straight up. But this is the new freeform mode. And let's say I can open the Google app now. That didn't support it. As you can see, some apps are not super compatible. But I can just relaunch that and start over. So now I have settings open. I can open the phone app. But it does not seem to want to have multiple open at a time. It does only want to have one at a time. Then you can see clicking the button at the top opens it back up in its full mode. And then I can just go straight back here. So going back to Google Chrome, I can move this around, but it does try to snap up, and it is a little bit glitchy, as this is the first beta of 6 betas for Android Q. And then I can just open it back up like this. For now, it does not seem to be supporting having multiple apps open at once. But in the future, when Google updates this mode more, and even after Google I/O, when they officially announce more features, which they did say were coming, we might be able to see a more feature-rich version of this desktop mode that is at the same level as Samsung DeX or even Huawei's desktop mode, which are both really good because I've used both and they're both really good. But this is a great first step over to it. This for now, you can see it does open in freeform mode for some apps. So you can see here it does open in freeform mode. And this was something very similar to what we had in Android 7.0 with that freeform mode, but this is for the desktop mode that is built in. And as I cannot state enough, it is very glitchy. So is Android Q itself. If you want to see all the new features in Android Q, you can go over and watch Daniel Marchena's video, still on XDA TV, where he details all of the new features we were able to find, which there were definitely a lot of new features there. And there are going to be, as I said before, 6 more betas, or 6 total betas. So there's a lot more to become. There's a lot more to come. A lot more features, a lot more that Google's working on. And hopefully, a better desktop mode. Thank you guys for watching. Let us know what you think of Android Q and this new desktop mode down in the comments below. I've been running Android Q on my Pixel 3 for a couple hours now. It's since it's launched, and I do have to say it is a pretty nice update. It isn't maybe feature-rich or a huge design change like Android Pie was, but it does have just a lot of privacy features, and it does fix a lot of small things and just make them better, which does make it a lot better. It makes it a nice update.